Hey guys, this is Misty 2001,
And this is FC7.
and today we're going to show you how to make slow cooker chicken and broccoli.
And this recipe, it looks kind of complicated.
Actually, it was one of my most fun videos that I've ever done.
It's a little time consuming, or?
A little bit more time consuming,
Yeah.
yes, but not as complicating as some of the ones that I've done in the past.
So the ingredients are here up on the screen.
You're going to need 1.5 pounds of chicken breast cut into strips, 1 cup of low sodium chicken broth, half a cup of low sodium soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of hoisin sauce. That's actually an ingredient I've never worked with. 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, or 3 to 4 garlic cloves, 1 tablespoon of minced ginger, or of course like 1 inch fresh ginger, and 1 tablespoon of sesame oil.
So these are the ingredients.
These
on the
are the
screen?
ingredients. That is actually just for the sauce. So you're going to want to add your chicken cut into strips in the slow cooker.
Be sure to put the liner in if you want to keep it cleaner.
Yep.
Not so much of a mess.
Yeah. I've always actually used a slow cooker liner, which works really well. So then you're going to add your chicken broth, your cup of chicken broth, to a bowl, like a medium to large size bowl.
Is that a cereal bowl?
Well, it's more on the bigger side of a cereal bowl.
Okay.
And then you've got your half a cup of low sodium soy sauce. You can do this in any order that you want. I did it in this order because that's the way I grabbed it out of the refrigerator.
Yeah, it makes sense. So the next step is
Your
hoisin sauce? Is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yep, that's your hoisin sauce. And like I said, that's an ingredient that I've never used before, but it's really good in this recipe.
Right, I'm not familiar with it.
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with it either. I've never had to use that in any of my other Asian dishes.
Interesting.
I guess maybe it's called for it and I've never used it. 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, my favorite oil to use.
It smells really good.
Yes, it does. I could use so much of that stuff. But, as they always say, a little bit goes a long way.
So what's this?
That is your minced ginger. And you're going to want to use a tablespoon. As normal with that kind of stuff, I don't usually measure. So I just kind of squirted it in.
Okay.
That's your minced garlic. And I did the same thing with that.
What do you say? You squeezed it in?
Sorry, yes, my bad.
It just said squeeze on the bottle.
You're right, yeah.
All right. So
And
what's
then
next?
you're going to want to mix it up really, really good. And pour it over your chicken.
So the chicken should be in there.
Yep, your chicken will be in the crock pot.
Pour it right over.
Pour
the
it
top.
right over the top. And then put your lid on. And of course, you got to clean up your mess along the way.
Right.
Put the lid on. And I like to clasp the things on the side. I don't know what you'd call them. And then you're going to want to set it to low for approximately 3 hours.
So this is the part 2 of the recipe,
Yep.
and this is the part where you make the broccoli.
Yep, you actually add the broccoli into the slow cooker as well, along with mixing 3 tablespoons of cornstarch to 1/4 of a cup of water in, like a glass,
Okay. So this
as you'll see here.
So this is 4 hours later.
Yep. So I've got my 1/4 of a cup of water that is actually, I was wrong. I thought that was a 2 tablespoon measuring spoon, but it's actually 1 tablespoon.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Which is fine. But so you'll see me put it down and then you'll see me grab it again because I realize, oh, that's only,
Oh, that's what you did that for.
that's only a 1 tablespoon measure versus a 2. So then it will be a little lumpy until you completely stir it in.
So stir
But then
it up.
it'll go into a smoother consistency. It almost resembles milk.
So while editing the video, I noticed you turned it off.
Actually, I turned it up to high. You're going to want to turn it up to high for an additional hour after adding the broccoli.
So you're going to be adding the broccoli right now?
Mm-hmm. No, actually, I'm going to stir the
Mixture.
Thank you.
And then put the broccoli in.
And then put the broccoli in.
So we will add the broccoli.
Yep. And I actually already cut it up into florets. This is fresh broccoli that I'm using. So as I said in my previous video, you're going to want to make sure to wash your produce before you use it because it can be kind of nasty. And then cut it up into broccoli florets.
Right, in this video, we didn't show you cutting up the broccoli.
Right, but let me know in the comments if you need to know how to do that. I can make an additional video.
So in this part, you just put the top back on, but you don't clasp it, right?
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter. You can clasp it. You don't have to. So then I also added an additional video. We also added an additional video on how to toast sesame seeds.
Right, we could have made this its own video, but we decided to put it in this one.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure your pan is big enough. Make sure it's screaming hot with no oil or anything. Add your sesame seeds. Shaking the pan to just lightly to distribute the sesame seeds.
So this is like making toast.
Kinda.
Well, you're toasting them, and it's the bread-like object.
Kinda, but you make toast in the toaster.
Well, I know that. I know that. I'm just saying the concept is the same.
Yes, the concept is the same.
Yes.
And actually, if you're toasting a tortilla for like tacos or something like that, and you don't want to use all the oil, this is how I would recommend doing it. This is actually my favorite way to make fajitas with a dry pan.
So how long do you think you toasted them?
I would say use your discretion. If you...
Did you say something about smelling them?
Yeah, they'll actually smell really nutty.
And that's when you know they're
and
done.
that's when you know they're done.
Okay. That makes sense.
So let them cool for quite a while, because if you put them into a container and they're still hot, it'll melt the container. Unfortunately, I know that from experience. So I decided to use a really small container because that's what I had.
So let them go for like 30 minutes. Let them cool for 30 minutes.
Let them cool for 15 to 30 minutes. And then, so here is actually your final product.
So we're back to doing the main dish. And you'll see what the sesame seeds are for at the end.
Yep. So you can either, if you want to do a low carb version, you can do cauliflower rice. I just chose to do an instant white rice.
So here we are scooping it up and making one serving.
Yeah, 1 or 2.
Okay.
Depends on how hungry you are.
So now that we're finishing up, what are your final thoughts? Would you make this again?
I would. It was a really good dinner, actually. Really easy recipe to make. Because of the slow cooker liner, it'll be a really easy cleanup.
It looks delicious.
It was delicious.
So that is our, what is this called again?
Slow cooker chicken and broccoli.
Slow cooker chicken and broccoli. And we also threw in that video about how to make toasted sesame seeds.
Yep. As you can see, this is how we like to top it, or I like to top it.
So that should just about do it for this video.
So you know what?
Huh?
No more takeout.
No.
Woohoo!
And if you liked this video, be sure to thumbs up.
And of course, like and subscribe.
Gizmo up there says you should subscribe.
Yep.
All right. Bye.
Have a great night.